I'm Jackie.
And I'm Jacqueline, and welcome to episode 8 of our podcast.
We've been having fun doing these podcasts, you guys.
Yeah. Hope you've been enjoying them.
Yeah.
If you missed our last episode, I'll link it down below in the description. But today, I'm sure you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about peer pressure.
Yes, you guys.
Yes.
Last time we talked about anxiety.
Yep.
And panic attacks, which I get often.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're going to talk about peer pressure. And I think everybody experiences, of course, different levels of peer pressure. But we thought it would be fun, to talk about what we experienced.
So maybe our stories will help you guys out.
Yeah.
Maybe some younger people are watching. And if they run into a situation like this, well,
yeah,
hopefully you know what to do.
Right.
So in high school, I went to prom, of course. And we also had a, what do they call it? Grad night. Yeah, grad night.
Yeah.
All right, so it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed going. I went with a group of friends to both the grad night and prom. So I didn't have a date or anything to prom. So my prom was before grad night, of course. So we'll start with the prom story. So it was so much fun. I wore a jumpsuit.
Insert the picture.
Okay.
It was so cute.
To my prom. It was like so comfortable. It was great.
It was very vintage.
And you guys want to know where I got my my prom outfit from? Tell them,
Ross, Dress for Less. And wasn't it only like $17 or something?
I think it was $19.99.
It was so cute, you guys.
You'll see the cutest thing.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it, I could still wear it to other events.
Yes.
If I want to. Because, if you get a really fancy one, which some people do. I think it's more if you have a date, though.
Right. Which you tried on. You tried on real fancy dresses.
That one didn't look good, though.
Yeah.
That one.
No, but Jacqueline tried on some really fancy things. But she said, Mom, I think I want to be more comfortable in a pantsuit.
Right?
And it was so Lucille Ballish. That's what I pictured Lucy wearing, in one of her episodes.
It was amazing.
So cute, you guys.
It was so comfortable.
And they only had we had to take it to get altered. I think they only had to take off 2 feet at the bottom.
Oh yeah, only 2 feet off the pants part.
It was
easy,
true.
You guys.
Yeah.
I'm so tall already that they barely had to take any off. So then, my shoes. I just wanted to let you guys know because I thought it was a pretty
it was so cute,
bang for your buck outfit.
Yes.
My shoes were from Payless. And they were $15, and they were the cutest little white pumps.
They were kids.
They were kids?
I think they were kids, remember?
Were they actually?
Yes, they were kids. I remember you, because for some strange reason, you fit into the kids. You saw them, and they had the little Mary Jane, the little buckle, and you liked it, and I'm positive they were kids.
And you know what? It probably was because it has Velcro.
Yes.
It has Velcro, so...
kind of gives it away.
It probably was. It was at the Nixon Library. I think that's what it's called. And I can't remember where it was, but you can look it up.
Or something?
Yeah,
Fullerton?
something like that.
Yeah.
So it's really great. They had an indoor area and an outdoor area. The indoor area was for food. There was tables of these treats. There was a dancing room in the back there where they blared rap music 24/7.
Right.
And then the outside area was so cute.
And serene.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't see it, but Jacqueline told me.
I took pictures. Yeah, I showed you those.
Yeah.
It had a little water fountain thing. And then there was a live band outside. And they were playing brass instruments. And it was the cutest music. It was relaxing.
Right.
I liked it. And there were tables. So you could get a snack if you wanted. And drinks, and then bring it to the table and just hang out. Now, you guys know I'm a pretty outgoing person, right? I don't back down from situations usually.
Yeah, you don't follow the crowd.
Yeah,
except for that night.
So funny. The group of people that I went with, it was so strange. All they wanted to do was go in the hot, sweaty rap music room in the back and dance the whole time, right?
Right.
Which sure, I could get down with, right?
Right.
And they played some pop songs.
Yeah.
It wasn't all rap, But I would say most of the music was not my cup of tea.
Yeah, and you can get jiggy for a half hour or so, but then you want to go eat and go do the fun stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, hey, guys, you want to go get like a little snack, And like every time I would suggest, oh, hey, let's do something, they would like basically shut me down right away and say, oh, no, we want to go back in the dancing room.
Right.
Right. And then I said, oh, hey, let's go to the photo booth, because they also had a photo booth. And they were weird about that too. But I did convince them to do that. So we got like a group like photo strip. But that was like, whoop-de-doo, a photo strip, right? The part I'm really upset about.
To this day,
they had people there, like 2 or 3 caricature artists. Like they have at Disneyland set up, every so often. I really wanted to get one of myself in my prom outfit. And I felt so like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like I couldn't get one, if that makes sense. I could, though, in reality, right? I'm my own woman. I could leave if I wanted to and get one. So it's really half my fault, too.
Well, I remember you saying you felt if you left, like they wouldn't be looking at their phone. Like you wouldn't be able to find them after.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They're not very responsive. So I felt like, oh, if I went to go do that, I wouldn't be able to find them again. I know that sounds dumb. I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be that kid that's just like wandering around by themselves. And they're like, people will be like, what is that girl doing? Like, where is she going?
You're like trying to act
she's all by herself. I'm like,
but,
yeah, hey guys.
But at the same time, you're like, oh my gosh, where are my friends at?
Yeah. And then I remember at one point through the night, we went to go get a drink. They had like sodas set up. There were like people pouring drinks into like solo cups, and they would like set them out on the table. So we went to go get one. I swear I had to literally chug my Dr. Pepper because they like ran back into that dancing room so fast. Yeah. And see, I think it was just I probably like picked the wrong group of people to go with. Yeah. I think that's what it was. Because I would have liked to, of course, get my caricature.
It's just something that you missed, right? So like you regret it.
Yeah.
Or as a person who got the tattoo and it spelled it wrong, you have regrets.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. You have regrets.
That's right. That's right. So now I'll never have that caricature. But, I mean, of course, it probably doesn't seem like a big deal to you guys, like, listening to the story. But I felt bad because, of course, my prom ticket paid for everything that was there.
Right.
Like the food, the caricature, of course, all the other stuff they had going on. So
and
I
honey,
was, yeah.
You dance. You have your famous dances that you do in our Disneyland videos.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't go be your own woman outside with the nice music and go dance by yourself.
Right. Well, you know what? Because then I would have been by myself.
I know.
And see, I felt like pressure to not be seen alone. Right?
Right.
Because again, they'd be thinking, like, what was that girl doing by herself? I don't know. So anyway, so that's like the first little story of like peer pressure, I guess, to like do what other people wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, see, there's different degrees, you guys, right? So that's something mild,
yeah,
right?
Like it's pretty mild.
You weren't forced to drink alcohol or something, but that's still a form of feeling pressure not to do what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
And then same thing with grad night. So we actually went to Disneyland. So that was really fun. And my mom and dad were there because we actually went on a bus, right?
Right.
They drove separately though, just to be there when I was there, which I thought was so cute. And then I actually met them for lunch.
Yes.
Which was really fun.
Yeah. Jacqueline took a break from her friends and called us and we met her and
that's probably the most fun I had through that day.
you did say later, Mom, I should have stayed with you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Disneyland part was great. Then we went to Dave & Buster's, which I thought was kind of like a weird selection.
Yeah.
Like for the after party, I guess you'd call it.
Which went to like 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah, or even later. Yeah. Like 5 a.m. I don't even know.
Right.
And of course, it was all like chaperoned and everything. So there were adults there. So they actually gave us like a little gaming card. We were able to get like a free, like either milkshake or some kind of drink. I forget what it was from like the bar that was there. They had rented out the whole Dave & Buster's, which was fun.
Yeah.
And then,
breakfast, honey.
oh yeah, there was a
bar.
like a buffet table, like of breakfast food, which was so cute because they had like these huge trays. One was of bacon, one was of eggs, one was of pancakes. It was pretty great. It was a good thing they had going on. Of course, at the Dave and Buster's, they had a room with a DJ playing music 24/7. So where my group of friends wanted to be the whole time? In the sweaty dance room.
But there were so many other fun things to do.
I know.
That day.
So get this though, the whole time it was probably a group of like 5 or 6 people and me. The whole time they didn't want to go use the game card to play the games. Mm-hmm. They didn't want to eat anything.
Right.
At all. There was a henna tattooist. Was that what you'd call it? Tattooist?
I would. Sure. Sounds
I guess.
good to me.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I actually did go get that, but I had to like force one of them to come with me, so I didn't wait in line by myself because the line was long.
Right.
So I did do that, but alone. I got one by myself. There was a photo booth again
with
at
props.
This place with props. Nobody wanted to do that. I probably asked them 3 or 4 times, and I could tell they were getting annoyed with me. So I said, forget you. I went by myself to the photo booth, took a whole photo strip of photos by myself with props and all.
Oh,
people were probably staring at me thinking, what a lame-o. But I did it anyway. And, I felt proud of myself for doing that by myself.
Right, honey.
I actually did go and get breakfast food. I got like a whole plate of it. It was really delicious, actually. But the sad part, get this, so funny. So wait, and also I will say I was carrying around my backpack the whole time that I took to Disneyland because, you brought all your stuff with you into the Dave and Buster's. They don't want you leaving it in the bus.
Right.
And it's funny because the group of people I was with, they left their backpacks at one of the tables in the restaurant that's in Dave and Buster's. They threw them on the booth and then left for like hours. Their bags there.
Yeah.
And I thought that was weird because I'm like, I don't want anyone going through my backpack and I don't know if they are.
Right.
Because they just left their bags there.
Right.
So I carried my backpack the whole time. Okay, so picture this. I have this heavy backpack on my back, right? I'm carrying around throughout the Dave and Buster's a plate of breakfast food, eating it while trying to follow this group of people that I'm with, okay? They didn't want to sit with me while I ate the food, right? And again, peer pressure.
Yep.
I didn't want to be seen eating alone. How lame does that sound?
See, and I was just going to say that. So it was that pressure of feeling almost like embarrassed, like you don't want to be sitting there alone.
Pretty much.
And I totally understand that because I would probably have done the same thing. I would have been like, oh,
it's like,
gosh, I don't want to sit
weird
by myself. And
yeah, but you would think like if they were good friends, they'd be like, oh, like I'll go sit with you, right? Like why do I want to be in that hot, sweaty dance room the whole night? So basically, that night I was really sad because no one wanted to do anything fun.
Right.
No one wanted. Well, in my opinion, that was fun. They didn't want to do any of that.
The other stuff was fun. Right.
So I didn't even use my my game card. I had all the points on the game card still. I didn't even get a shake for free at the bar.
Never got your shake.
I never got my shake. Look, picture me with a whole plate of breakfast food and a shake, and I'm like trying to.
And your backpack.
My back. I'm all. It was so sad. And yes, you know what? I could have found another group of people to go with because I knew more than just that group of people that were there, of course, right? But then, like, I almost felt like, oh, then I'm like putting myself into someone else's group.
Right.
You know what I
felt
mean?
Kind of bad.
And that seems weird too. So it was a lot of stress. The next weekend, my parents took me to Dave and Buster's to use the game card.
Yeah.
And I had way more fun that day than that night at the Dave and Buster's.
It was so sad, you guys. You should have seen. So I picked up Jacqueline at school, like sad. At 5 a.m. or something, like because that's when the buses came back to the school. So Jacqueline got in the car and she was like so mad.
But I was more right. I was mad at myself,
right,
that I didn't like do anything to make my night more fun.
Right.
Because it was really on me, basically.
It is. It
really is. It was really on myself that I didn't do what I wanted to do.
Right, because if you bow down to peer pressure, it is on you, right? Yeah. It is. It really is, because then it affects you. So Jacqueline was so mad and sad, and she told me what happened. And I think we stopped like at McDonald's or something, or Del Taco on the way home, I think, like to get something to eat. And then she was telling me about her card, and I'm all, Jacqueline, don't even worry about that. We'll just go to Dave & Buster's ourselves. So, of course, the four of us went. And we had a lot of fun that night.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wait for taking me.
I felt so bad, you guys.
It was so sad.
Well, you know what it is, you guys? Because you only have, prom only comes around when you're in high school. Grad night only happens once in your life for high school.
Right. So if you're in high school, if you're just in school in general, do the things you want to do that may only come like that one time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because that was like a once in a lifetime experience, right? And I basically like messed it up for myself because I didn't do what I wanted.
Right.
Because of the peer pressure.
Right.
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 So anyway, so now you know that fun story, or a couple of stories. But hey, if any of you are going to prom next year, you know who to bring. Hey,
I know, Jacqueline, right?
I don't know anybody now that's like,
I know,
a senior.
Hey, so. It was hilarious, you guys, because Jacqueline was telling me, she's like, oh, Mom, this outside area was so cute, for prom. Mm-hmm. She said they had like the garden lights hung out there, and they were playing even some like old time music. And she's all, Mom, seriously, I should have taken you as my date. We could have went and sat out there, had a drink.
I think you had to be under 23 though,
you probably
or something.
Did. Yeah, I'm sure you did. And I didn't sign up like to be. I should have signed up to be a chaperone.
Could you do that for prom? I don't even know.
I don't know.
Not even sure.
But anyway.
Maybe. But anyway.
Just know, honey, I would have gone outside with you.
But it was a stressful couple of nights.
I know.
Those nights.
Aww.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So we made up for it, though. It's okay.
That's right.
But go ahead and tell your, experiences with peer pressure.
Well, you guys, same with me. Mine were, kind of like silly things. So in high school, it's not like I had people telling me how I should look, but I felt pressure to look a certain way. So maybe things would go differently for me, if that makes sense. So, all right, you guys. So when I was in high school, there was the prom, or there was something called Girls League, where you would ask the guy to the dance. I think it might be called Sadie Hawkins too, but back then it was called Girls League.
I don't even think they have that now.
They probably don't.
I don't think.
But, and now girls ask guys, I think, anyway.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Right.
So, you guys, in high school, and I've told you this before, I was very, how should I say it, you guys? I thought I was normal looking, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me. I was just Jackie with the short hair, no makeup, humongous glasses that went to the bottom of my cheekbones, wearing my beautiful Earth shoes. We've told you guys that before in our videos. Yes. If you don't know what Earth shoes are, the most probably ugliest shoes on the planet Earth. And that's what I wore to school.
Oh, that's why they're called Earth shoes.
Yeah. So you guys, there were a lot of girls in my high school that were just gorgeous, with the they were very in with the looks, with the feathered back hair, the makeup, the groomed eyebrows. Yes. The cute clothes, the tops that tied right here at your waist. I just wasn't one of those girls, you guys. So I never went to a prom, never got asked to a dance. And I think I may have told you guys this hilarious story. My close friends were just like me. Mm. We were all a little bit, we didn't think we were dorky or nerdy, but I think other people might have. So you guys, our PE teacher, this is how sad, you guys. She was really old-fashioned herself. Very old, very, very old lady. She even knew that we had no dates for prom. So she's all, like where all the other girls were busy, like, looking for dresses and stuff. She's all, hey, do you guys want to come to the gym and like get the gym all ready and like wash the punch glasses and the punch bowls and this and that?
Yeah, so she's basically having you like set it up.
Because like she knew we weren't busy.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay. So we did. You guys, it was, oh my gosh. Now I look back, I think how sad. Girls League. I mean, like, I didn't even ask a guy because I just figured, there's no way that guy's going to want to go with me when that girl looks like that. You know what I mean? So I felt pressure, I think, just from society, like to look a certain way, right? Like I knew I could have, went and got contact lenses or went and like started grooming my eyebrows or do something different with my hair or my makeup. But I think I felt, you guys, like I was so happy just being me. You know what I mean?
Right. Like you didn't want to change yourself for you.
Exactly.
It was like to appeal to other people.
Right. Exactly. Like, yes, I didn't want to change just so some guy would ask me to a dance maybe, or because that wouldn't have been me.
Right. Then you'd be like uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. So I definitely felt that peer pressure, to look a certain way, you guys, but I never did it, right?
Yeah.
I think the one time I felt a lot of peer pressure, I was working at Miller's Outpost. It was so much fun, you guys. And I worked with this girl, and she was wild, you guys. Very wild. Always was going out with guys, and I'm not friends with her anymore or anything, so she'll never see this video. Well, I'm not going to say her
we
name.
don't think.
Yeah.
We'll call her... What do we call her?
Esmeralda.
Esmeralda. Okay.
All right. So one day, Essie... So you guys, she wanted me to go with her to the river. Okay, that's what the folks called it. Let's go to the river. I think they still do. Where you basically, go camp out. Usually people like with their boats will go to the river, right? And, hang out in tents and then, sleep there and ride your boat. Okay, she didn't have a boat. She just wanted to go. Like, I don't even know if she wanted to take a tent. She probably wanted to sleep in the car. She wanted to go because some guys she knew were going.
Mm-hmm.
She knew her mom liked me. So she knew if I went with her, her mom would be like...
Oh, like, yeah, you could go
You could go with Jackie. Oh my gosh, you guys, she put so much pressure on me to go. I like literally had a stomach ache. And I knew that if I went with her, I knew what would happen. I knew that she would be drinking, smoking. I knew that she would be going with guys, that over there. And what would Jackie be doing? Sitting in the dark somewhere, right by myself. You guys, I knew, I pictured a whole situation in my head that I knew what would happen if I went with her.
See, Essie would rather be in the dirty, sweaty dancing room.
Yes, with the boys.
With the men.
With the boys. And you guys, I literally, I remember like feeling nauseous because she was putting so much pressure on me to go with her. But I envisioned, you guys, I knew exactly what would happen. She wanted to spend like 2 nights, like Friday night and Saturday night there. I'll never forget, and come home like a Sunday. And I thought, there is no way that I'm going to go with this girl, even though I liked her, you guys. No way. I knew what would happen. And it took everything in me, you guys, because I was only like 19. And I felt so much pressure to speak up, you guys. And she was really like, really thinging me. But I did, you guys. And I told her, nope, I am not going to go. I am not going to go. And that's probably like, I would say like the worst time that I felt like a weird pressure put upon myself.
Yeah.
Right. And I was so proud of myself after. She was mad at me for a while. She really was.
Job.
Yeah, she was mad at me. I don't remember if she got anybody else to go with her or not. But then I felt such a sense of relief, you guys, after, because I knew exactly what would happen. And I felt like so happy after, if that makes sense. Isn't that weird?
Hey, that's what happened to me when I went to the photo booth by myself.
You felt a sense of relief?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yeah, that's
you did it.
That's what it means to be independent.
Right. Even though you felt funny because you thought people like were watching you alone in there, right? Yeah. But it is hard, you guys, especially if you younger people are listening to this. It's so hard not to
like give in to
peer pressure.
Yeah.
But and then you guys are serious stories. You hear terrible stories about like these kids who have gone off to college and they go to a party where they're drinking and I will never forget this really sad story in the news. This kid, came from a good family, always, did the right thing. He went off to college. He wanted to have fun and experience things. He goes to a party and he literally passed away from alcohol poisoning. So it's like it could happen so fast, right? The peer pressure that you feel from people,
right?
Or especially like if you are
like even if they're not like telling you to do something specifically, like
right, you're in that
like that
atmosphere,
yeah,
right,
yeah, if that makes sense, yeah,
right. No, it does, and I think especially you guys, you feel it more in junior high school, and college,
right?
I really,
like see now that happened to me, like of course I would have just like left now, like nowadays. If that happened tomorrow, I would have just gone on my own.
Right.
Now that it happened.
Like, I'm going to go wait in that line for 2 hours if I have to.
See, and then I wouldn't even care if I was alone.
Right.
Now.
Right. But see, you guys, in the moment, your mind starts to think differently, right? And you're like, oh man, I'm here. And what am I going to do? All of these people are going to say things about me, or they're going to, make fun of me. So you guys know, if you don't say yes to peer pressure, say you're with a group of friends, you might get made fun of. But that's okay. It's okay to get made fun of, right? If you don't feel comfortable doing something, you guys, do not do it. Especially if you're in a situation that is not a good one, right? That could be dangerous or something. Mm-hmm. But always try to have enough chutzpah, you guys, to do your own thing, know? And if you guys watched my bad date video, okay, you will know that I went out with this guy, and he seemed so nice, you guys. I went out with him once, and seemed super nice. He calls me like 2 days later, and he was so weird on the phone. He had this weird voice all of a sudden, and he was like, "Hey, Jackie," he's all, "Guess what I'm doing?" And I'm like, thinking in my mind, do I even want to ask? And I'm like, what? And he's all, I'm in my jacuzzi drinking a bottle of Manischewitz wine. I'm not kidding, you guys. He talked like it was a different person.
Yep.
And I was like thinking, ew. And he's all, you want to come over and go in the jacuzzi with me? And you guys, and
you're like,
you guys, it's not like I had a lot of dates. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so part of me, might have been thinking
was
for
like, man, should I take him up on that offer?
For like 1 second, like,
know.
Should I go over there? But you guys, literally half a second. And I said, no. And I said it like so mean. And then he's all, why? Are you afraid? Or like whatever weird thing he said. Are you scared?
That's so weird.
And we did this video, you guys, on my bad dates. It's there.
Yes.
And
I'll link it in the description.
And I said no. But like, you guys, there is no way that I was going to feel pressured by this guy I barely even knew to come over in his jacuzzi.
Yeah, how weird.
And so every time I think about a jacuzzi or I see a bottle of Manischewitz wine in the store, I think about
that guy.
And so, see, you guys, it could be even something as small as that. Like you really just have to say no.
Yep.
Right? You have to say no.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. It probably wasn't as long as our other ones, but that's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk to you guys about our experiences with peer pressure. Especially because, like, I'm younger than you and, like, mine were a little different.
Right.
So you get that perspective, hopefully.
Right.
But I encourage you, if you're young out there, to do what you want. Don't let other people make you do something you don't want to do, and then you regret it later.
Right.
So just keep that in mind.
Right. And even as adults, you guys like my age, you could still feel pressure, like from friends or, somebody like to do something you don't want to do or go somewhere. But you really just have to speak up and say, no, I don't want to.
Yep.
It is hard. It is hard to say no to people. Isn't that funny?
It is, though.
It's a hard thing to do, you guys.
Right? It's funny, though. I feel like it's easier to, like, say no or that you don't want to do something to, like, a family member. Like, you know what I mean? Like, someone you know more.
Probably.
Than it is to, like, to a friend.
Maybe.
Or, like, someone you don't know as well.
But
if that makes sense.
Do you guys remember that funny thing that was going around since the pandemic started? And it's all... The one good thing about the pandemic, I don't feel guilty saying no to people anymore.
Oh my gosh, right?
Right?
Like we have a good excuse.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's true, you guys. It is true. I think that there are times, even when me and Jerry have felt like pressure, like, there's something coming up or we don't want to go. And it is hard to like go, nope, don't want to go.
Right.
Or don't want to do it.
I think everybody's different though.
Right.
Like some people could just be like, oh yeah, I got to cancel on you.
Right. I think some people it's real easy. Like,
yep.
Like, right. Mm-hmm. But I think but even as adults, you still have that weird feeling. Like, what is it? Not guilty. You just feel
like you're
funny.
being mean or
yeah,
or funny.
Like you're
That's
gonna.
How I felt.
I think it's because you feel that people are gonna go,
yeah, like look at you weird.
So actually, there is a family thing coming up next month that some family members are getting together, and Jerry's the one who told the person. He said, "Nope, it's a little too soon for us to be around people because I don't believe they're going to be wearing masks." And people are coming from out of state, like, to get together. And we just don't feel comfortable, you guys, doing that right now. So, Jerry, good for Dad.
Yeah.
Good for Dad. Yeah, you know, he said, oh, we just don't feel comfortable doing that right now. So, we're not going to do it, you guys. So see, you just have to stick to your guns.
Right. And none of my friends have asked me to get together for anything.
Yeah.
But people I know have been getting together in pretty large groups to do things since the pandemic started, which I think is a little strange because I haven't seen anybody, even family members, without a mask on.
Well, especially when you see them indoors without masks on, and there's like 15 of them in the pictures that you've seen.
Yes.
My friends, you guys, opposite. I haven't seen any of my friends in a year. Unless I see somebody like that works somewhere here in town and I say hi to them when I'm there. But all of my friends, you guys, we're being very careful. So we have not gotten together for lunch or anything. And all of us, are still like social distancing and wearing our masks and stuff. Yeah, so I think it's more like the young people are, well, I shouldn't say that. I think there's adults too who are going out doing that.
Yeah. And then they want you to like join them.
Yeah. So stick to your guns, you guys, whether you're young or old.
There you go. Although I'm old now, right? Because
You're still young, honey.
I'm 21 now. All right, so thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and give the video a
thumbs up, you guys. And we'll see you real soon.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye, guys.